If you've spent enough time online, you've probably seen recent fads over dark feminine energy. Names and terminologies and concepts like mob wife, femme fatale, the black cat, and the infamous big titties got girlfriend are all gaining more attention among the internet community. It is quite obvious that celebrities like Megan Fox, Angelina Jolie, Lana Del Rey, and Monica Bellucci share the same energy, which is characterized by confidence, mystery, and seduction. In today's episode, we will explore dark feminine energy in terms of its history, characteristics, and why men find it attractive. Hi, welcome back to Coffin Brews, where we unearth the curious and we brew the darkness. In last week's episode, we talked about the novel Ham on Rye. In this episode, we will shift to pop culture, where we talk about the topic that you guys requested on dark feminine energy. I hope you will enjoy your time. Grab your coffee and let's start with our episode. Disclaimer: this episode explores a concept popular online. All the resources used in this episode were from online blogs, as this topic is not academically discussed yet. I'm not an expert in the field, but rather a curious person who synthesizes information found online. Moreover, this episode doesn't intend to harm any religious beliefs, political ideologies, beauty standards, or personal preferences. We don't kink shame people here. Throughout history, women were perceived as passive, submissive, and more importantly, exhibit traits of docility. In many cultures, women were expected to talk in a low voice and to deliver and raise kids. This is a common characteristic of the private sphere. The private sphere in sociology is any society or societal life in which people work for themselves and work hard to exchange goods and maintain their families. The private sphere is fundamentally the opposite of the public sphere, with a significant difference between the two in terms of gender roles and authority. In traditional societal structures, women are often confined to the private sphere, where their primary responsibilities include raising children and managing household duties. This private domain is seen as a space for nurturing and domestic activities. On the other hand, men are expected to dominate the public sphere, which encompasses areas such as politics, employment, and social leadership. The public sphere is oriented towards external affairs and public decision making, emphasizing roles that involve control, influence, and authority outside the home. Consequently, the female role within society became increasingly limited and constrained. Many stereotypes and preconceived notions revolved around this particular normalization of gender roles, stressing the idea that women should primarily focus on domestic responsibilities. This societal expectation automatically cast women who sought to involve themselves in the public sphere in a negative light, often portraying them as defiant or inappropriate. Thus, they faced significant barriers and criticism whenever they attempted to step outside the traditionally accepted boundaries and participate in activities or careers that were deemed suitable only for men. The stereotype that I mentioned above is to a certain degree related to light feminine energy. Light feminine energy is the manifestation of the status of women in the private sphere, and it's quite the opposite of dark feminine energy. Dark feminine energy is associated with confidence, independence, and a touch of mystery. Women who embody this energy often exude a sense of confidence, allure, and strength that challenges traditional gender roles. In folklore, literature, and art, dark feminine energy is often associated with powerful, mysterious, and sometimes dangerous women who defy conventional norms of femininity. These women are typically depicted as possessing qualities that challenge traditional gender roles, making them both captivating and feared. For example, in mythology, figures like Lilith are often portrayed as the first woman who refused to be subservient, embodying independence and rebellion. Similarly, Kali or Kali, I don't know how it's pronounced, Kali in Hinduism represents both destruction and creation, symbolizing the power and the protective aspects of feminine power. In literature, characters like Lady Macbeth in Shakespeare's play exhibit dark feminine energy through her ambition and willingness to manipulate situations to achieve her goals. This character is complex and multifaceted, often walking a fine line between virtue and vice, making these characters intriguing and memorable. Art also plays a significant role in depicting dark feminine energy, from classical paintings to modern digital art. Artists have long been fascinated by the enigmatic and alluring qualities of these women. They are often rendered with intense gazes, dramatic poses, and dark, rich colors that highlight their mysterious and seductive nature. We can all agree that dark feminine energy is very charming. It is argued that most men find it more attractive than light feminine energy. That is because dark feminine energy represents a break from traditional gender roles. Women who embody this energy are seen as exciting and challenging, offering a sense of adventure and unpredictability. The confidence and independence associated with this particular energy can be incredibly seductive, as it signals a strong sense of self and a refusal to conform to societal expectations. Charm of dark feminine energy is not without its stigmas and controversy. Historically, women who exhibit traits associated with dark feminine energy were often labeled as witches, seductresses, or otherwise dangerous figures. This stigma arises from the fear and misunderstanding of women who challenge societal norms and assert their power in a way that defy traditional expectations. For example, in many cultures, dark feminine energy has been demonized. Figures like the ones that I mentioned before, such as Lilith and Kali, have been depicted as both powerful and malevolent. These dual perceptions highlight the complex relationship society has with women who possess strong, independent, and enigmatic qualities. In the contemporary times, the stigma persists in a more subtle form. Women who display confidence, ambition, and independence are often met with labels such as bossy, intimidating, or unapproachable. This societal bias can discourage women from fully embracing dark feminine energy as they may fear being judged or criticized. Despite these challenges, many women find empowerment in embracing dark feminine energy. It allows them to break free from limiting stereotypes and express their true selves. By doing so, they pave the way for a broader and more inclusive understanding of femininity that values strength, complexity, and individuality. While dark feminine energy is undeniably captivating and attractive to many, it also carries with it a history of stigmas and misunderstanding. That is because people are not ready to face stuff that are outside their traditional expectations regarding how women behave in a given society. Thus, embracing this energy requires, how we should call it, guts, courage, and power to challenge societal norms and to overcome biases. This act will offer a powerful means of self-expression and empowerment for women and society in general. That's it for today. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Coffin Brews. Do not forget to check our socials for more info about the upcoming episodes. Stay curious, and until next time, keep brewing the darkness around you. Have a pleasant day, and goodbye.